There's a moment when an elephant looks into your eyes and you realize you're not the one doing the watching. She is. Standing here in the misty mountains of northern Thailand, I'm about to discover why these ancient giants have become the heartbeat of an entire nation, and why everything I thought I knew about luxury travel was about to change forever. Chiang Mai. The name itself means new city, though there's nothing new about this place. Founded in 1296 as the capital of the Lanna Kingdom, this ancient metropolis sits cradled in a valley surrounded by some of Thailand's highest peaks. The Ping River winds through its heart like a silver thread, connecting centuries of history to the present day. But I didn't come here for the temples. I didn't come for the night markets or the famous cow soy noodles, though I would find all of these things. I came for the elephants, and for a story that stretches back thousands of years. You see, the Asian elephant has walked alongside the Thai people since before recorded history. They carried kings into battle. They built the ancient cities whose ruins still dot the northern landscape. They were worshipped as sacred beings, believed to bring rain and prosperity. The white elephant, the Chang Phuc, was so revered that to this day, Thailand's naval ensign bears its image. But here's what they don't tell you in the guidebooks. The relationship between elephants and humans in Thailand is complicated. It's beautiful and painful and redemptive all at once. And to understand it, you have to go back to the beginning. For centuries, elephants were working animals. They logged the teak forests of the north, their incredible strength making them invaluable to an industry that shaped Thailand's economy. Mahouts, elephant caretakers, passed their knowledge from father to son, creating bonds between human and animal that could last a lifetime. Then, in 1989, everything changed. Thailand banned commercial logging to protect its dwindling forests. Suddenly, thousands of elephants and their mahouts found themselves without purpose, without income. The elephants, who eat up to 200 kilograms of food per day, became impossible burdens for families who had cared for them for generations. What followed was a dark chapter. Many elephants were brought to cities to beg for food on the streets of Bangkok. Others were sold to tourist camps where, well, let's just say the treatment wasn't always kind. The creature that had helped build a nation was reduced to a roadside attraction. But this morning, as my private car climbs through the mountain passes outside Chiang Mai, I'm about to witness what happened next. Because Thailand's story with its elephants isn't a tragedy, it's a redemption. The road narrows. Teak trees give way to bamboo forests. And then suddenly we arrive at a gate that doesn't look like much, but beyond it lies one of the most exclusive elephant experiences on Earth. I should explain what I mean by luxurious in this context. This isn't about champagne and silk robes, though those will come later. This is about a different kind of luxury. The luxury of time, of intimacy, of experiencing something so rare and so profound that money almost seems beside the point. The sanctuary is run by a woman named Lek, which means small in Thai, though there's nothing small about her vision. In the 1990s, she began rescuing elephants from tourism camps and logging operations. Today, her organization cares for over 200 elephants across multiple locations. But what makes this particular program different is the approach. There are no rides here, no performances, no chains. The elephants, many of them elderly or injured, simply live. They roam, they play. They form the same complex social bonds that elephants form in the wild. And guests like me, we're the ones who adapt to them. You must understand, my guide Sumchai tells me as we walk through the morning mist, the elephant chooses. We cannot force, we can only invite. Her name is May Boon. She's 65 years old, ancient by elephant standards, and she carries the scars of a harder life on her weathered gray skin. For 40 years, she worked in a logging camp. For another decade, she carried tourists on her back. The indent in her spine is visible even from a distance. But now May Boon does whatever May Boon wants. This morning, what she wants is to eat. Sumchai hands me a basket of bananas, and we approach slowly. May Boon's trunk lifts, testing the air. She's evaluating me, he explains, deciding if I'm worthy of her attention. I hold my breath. And then, the trunk reaches out, gentle as a mother's touch. It wraps around the bananas and delivers them to a mouth that seems to smile. She likes you, Sumchai says, and I realize my eyes are wet. There's a science to what I'm experiencing, though it feels more like magic. Elephants possess the largest brain of any land animal, with more neurons than humans in the structures related to smell and emotion. They can recognize themselves in mirrors, one of the rarest abilities in the animal kingdom. They mourn their dead. They celebrate births. They remember kindnesses and cruelties alike for decades. When May Boone looks at me, she's not just seeing a stranger with food. She's making a judgment, forming an opinion, deciding whether I belong in her world. The morning passes in a blur of wonder. I meet Phuket, a young male rescued from a tourist photo operation in the south. His leg still bears the marks of the chains he wore, but watching him play in the mud with his new family, you'd never know the pain he's endured. I meet twins, rare in the elephant world, named Chang and Dao, star and elephant in Thai. They were born here at the sanctuary, the first generation that will never know suffering. And I meet May Boone's best friend, another elderly female named Jokia. Jokia is blind, both eyes lost to infection and injury during her logging years, but she's never alone. May Boone guides her through the forest, their trunks often intertwined. 40 years, Somchai tells me. They have been together 40 years. When one is sick, the other won't leave her side. This is elephant friendship. This is elephant love. As midday approaches, I'm invited to participate in something I never expected. The elephants need a bath, and apparently, so do I. The sanctuary has created a natural bathing area, a section of the river where the water runs cool and clear from the mountains above. I strip down to my swimsuit, suddenly feeling extremely underdressed for what's about to happen. May Boone wades in first, her massive body sending waves across the pool. She submerges with what I can only describe as pure joy, rolling onto her side, spraying water with her trunk. She looks playful, happy, young again. Somchai hands me a brush, and I begin to scrub. Her skin is rougher than I expected, like ancient leather weathered by 1,000 storms. But as I work, I feel the tension leave her body. Her eyes close. Her trunk dips into the water and sprays gently, almost playfully, in my direction. She's thanking you, Somchai laughs, or maybe teasing you. With May Boone, it's hard to tell. This is the luxury I was promised, not thread counts or marble bathrooms. Though my accommodation tonight will have both. This is something far more valuable. The luxury of connection, of presence, of being fully, completely here in this moment with a creature who has seen more of life than I can imagine. The afternoon brings a private lunch overlooking the valley, prepared by a chef who specializes in royal Thai cuisine. The flavors are exquisite. Lemongrass and galangal and the subtle fire of bird's eye chilies. But I barely taste them. My mind keeps returning to May Boone, to her scars and her resilience, to the way she looked at me when I offered her that first banana. Later, as the sun begins its descent toward the western mountains, I join the elephants for their evening walk. This is their time to roam, to forage, to be elephants. I'm simply a witness. We walk through bamboo groves where the stalks click and whisper in the breeze. We cross streams where the elephants pause to drink. We climb to a ridge where, suddenly, the entire valley spreads out below us like a painting. May Boone pauses here. She lifts her trunk and seems to take in the view. And I realize this was her life once, before the logging camps, before the tourists, before humans decided they knew better. She roamed these mountains free. Tonight, at least, she roams them again. My final evening is spent at the sanctuary's private lodge, a structure of glass and teak that seems to float among the trees. A butler draws a bath infused with local herbs. A massage therapist works the knots from my shoulders using techniques passed down through generations. The dinner that follows is a masterpiece of Northern Thai cooking, each course more surprising than the last. But as I sit on my balcony, watching the stars emerge over the mountains, I think about what real luxury means. It's not the thread count. It's not the private chef. It's not even the stunning location, though all of these things are wonderful. Real luxury is the ability to slow down, to connect, to stand beside a 65-year-old elephant who has every reason to distrust humans and feel her lean into your touch. Thailand's elephants carry the weight of history on their backs. They carry the memory of kings and the scars of exploitation. They carry the hopes of conservationists and the wonder of visitors like me. But they also carry something else, something harder to define, a kind of wisdom that comes from surviving, a patience that humans could learn from, a capacity for forgiveness that puts us to shame. Before I left this morning, I went to say goodbye to May Boon. She was standing at the edge of the forest, her trunk wrapped around a branch of acacia leaves. She looked at me with those ancient eyes, and I could swear she nodded. Cub Coon, I whispered. Thank you. Her trunk reached out one last time. It touched my hand, and then she turned and walked into the forest, her friend Yokia close behind. I watched until they disappeared, and I understood something I hadn't before. I didn't come to Chiang Mai to see elephants. I came to be seen by them, to be judged, and perhaps to be found worthy. That's what travel is, really. It's not about checking boxes or collecting photographs. It's about allowing yourself to be changed, to be challenged, to stand in the presence of something greater than yourself and feel small in the best possible way. Chiang Mai will always hold a piece of my heart now, not because of the luxury or the landscapes or even the incredible cuisine, because of May Boon, because of the morning mist and the evening walk, and the moment an elephant decided I was okay. If you ever find yourself in northern Thailand, seek this out. Not the tourist camps with their tricks and their chains. Find the places where elephants are allowed to be elephants, where the only performance is the performance of living. It will cost more. It will require patience. It will ask something of you. But what you receive in return is beyond price. Until next time, travelers, keep seeking the moments that change you. Keep finding the connections that matter. And remember, the best journeys aren't about where you go. They're about who you become along the way. See you on the road.